Grosso.
Here.
Freeholder Gans.
Aye.
Freeholder Ortiz.
Here.
Freeholder Sullivan.
Here.
Freeholder Tinelli.
Here.
Freeholder Voss.
Here.
Chairwoman Zerr.
Here. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Evidence of a quorum is present, by the way. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Will the clerk please read the minutes to be accepted?
March 29th, 2017, work session, Freeholder Gans absent. April 5th, 2017, work session, Freeholders Gans and Sullivan absent.
May I have a motion to accept the minutes?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? The minutes are unanimously approved. Can I have a...
Chairwoman?
Yes.
Point of order. I'm not voting on any of the items that are instances where I was not in attendance.
Thank you very much, Freeholder Gans. So noted. May I have a motion now to open the meeting to the public?
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? The meeting now is open to the public. We are going to have a hearing of the general public with a 3-minute time limit in effect, in accordance with the Bergen County Freeholder bylaws. The board attorney is going to keep the time, and when the time of the speaker expires, the timekeeper is going to announce that the time has expired. Please fill out the slips of paper with your name, address, and general topic on what you wish to speak. Joe Gautier.
Hello, Freeholders. How are you today?
Good. How are you, Joe?
Good. I just wanted to speak about this Sunday's Care Fair. I attended the Care Fair this Sunday, the 23rd, and it was a tremendous success. I was amazed at how many people showed up. I saw a Freeholder Voss there.
Over 1,000 people.
Yeah, over 1,000 people, and that's amazing. You know, so many people showed up to find out, you know, what kind of services are offered to them at every stage of life, from special child to our wonderful healthcare center up in Rockley. It was great that not only private companies and whatnot, but also the different county departments came together to work together. Community development, the health department, human services, everyone was there to really let the public know what wonderful services that the county provides. So I just wanted to let you know what a wonderful success that I thought it was.
Thank you. It was a tremendous day. Thank you so much, Joe.
Thank you.
Chuck Powers.
I just wanted to sort of comment on what I have actually been sort of observing over the last few weeks. You folks started with what had to be a relatively complicated thing. The week before you got your budget, you had a really quite astoundingly large increase in the projected cost of providing the Justice Center completion, and then you worked your way into that budget. A budget which I want to sort of call out in one really important respect, and actually something that Freeholder Sullivan mentioned in the meeting this afternoon, and that is the fact that you now have a sort of blueprint, particularly in relationship to long-term capital expenditures, that is fundamentally important to provide a kind of ongoing sort of look about the relationship between what you're doing now, both in terms of operational costs and capital, and the way in which that's actually going to play its way out over the course of the next 4 or 5 years. To have that substantially done this year, apparently for the first time, I haven't actually spent much time looking at that piece of your budget before, is so far as I can tell, again, a model, as I continue to say you folks are, for how it is that the municipalities in this county should be conducting their work, and rarely do. Congratulations. I wish that everyone could see more of what it is you do, both by being here and also seeing you consistently, including in the afternoons, on simultaneous broadcasts. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Powers. Is there anyone else from the general public that wishes to speak? Seeing none, can I have a motion?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? The meeting is now closed to the public. Will the clerk please read the resolutions that are on the consent agenda?
Resolutions 372-17 to 374-17.
May I have a motion to accept the resolutions and the consent agenda as read by the clerk?
So, second.
All in favor? Aye. Can I have a roll call, please?
Freeholder Amoroso.
Yes.
Freeholder Gans. Freeholder Ortiz.
Yes.
Freeholder Sullivan.
Yes.
Freeholder Tinelli.
Yes.
Freeholder Voss.
Yes.
Chairwoman Zerk.
Yes. Are there any resolutions of non-consent pulled, postponed, or tabled, and if so, will the clerk please read?
There are no non-consent pulled, postponed, or tabled.
In lieu of committee reports, I just want to give all of the freeholders an opportunity, since this is a special public meeting, to go through budget adoption. I want to give all of my colleagues an opportunity to discuss the budget. Freeholder Gans, would you like to begin?
Yes, I would, but I would point out, Chairman, this is not a special meeting. This is a regular meeting of the Board of Chosen Freeholders.
It is a regular meeting, but it's an additional one to our schedule.
Yes, indeed it is. I was very proud to see the budget done in the way that it worked out, and I was delighted to have been able to participate in it and to lead some of those discussions. This marks the first time that we have used some of the equipment that Chairman Tinelli innovatively and presciently prepared us for. I didn't think that I would be the first person to take advantage of it. We also used the equipment to good end. I'd like to thank Jared for making the telephone calls and keeping the connection, and Kim for providing not only copies of transcript that provided a steady flow of information, and my field aide as well for his work in conjunction with the budget. I'm not going to comment on the budget, other than to say further that this was perhaps one of the tougher budgets that I've seen in my 15 years on the board, and I think that it is a tribute to this board that it was able to handle it as well as it did. And I want to say that each of the committee chairs for the relevant committee were essential to the process. Thank Mr. Florio and our corporate counsel, Julian Niels, for their wisdom and for their helping us toe the line at just the right time. And let me conclude my remarks by saying something that has nothing to do with the budget. This is a difficult time for me personally. On top of everything that you've heard, my cat is dying. My 18-year-old cat is Mimi Mimosa Roses. Doesn't have much in her left, and she's been with me all throughout my career as a legislator, not only here but when I was mayor of Fairlawn. And it's going to be a hard loss to take, because by golly, the cat, Mimi, had answers to most of the heavy problems of the day. Talk them out and not have anybody talking back to me. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Freeholder Tinelli?
Thank you, Chairman. First, it was an honor to serve on the Budget Committee this year. I'd like to thank Budget Chairman Gans. I'd also like to thank all my Freeholder colleagues, Joe Lupino, Julian, Jared, Lara, the County Executive, and Michael Bellucci. This budget is a very responsible budget, and this board pined over line by line on what to actually increase, decrease, and the reason I'm saying it's responsible is because it shows our priorities, and it shows the priorities of this board through the course of the last few years. Our priorities in education, mental health, addiction services, veterans, etc. Where they used to cut, we're adding, and we're still delivering a quality budget for the residents of Bergen County. We work with the county executive to make sure our parks and our golf courses are funded properly. They're a great generating revenue source for the county, and by making sure that we take care of those areas, we get money to reinvest in our parks and continue to improve the county parkland, offering attractions like summer concerts, movies in the park, winter wonderlands. And something I'm very excited for is once we roll out the new park master plan, which I'm very confident is going to have a number of exciting new expanded attractions on the horizon for Bergen County. So again, I'd just like to thank all my colleagues and for all of your hard work and tireless hours sitting in that room listening to the department heads justify why they need what they need and how we got to where we are tonight. So thank you.
Thank you. Freeholder Ortiz.
Well, as a new freeholder, this was my first budget. I found it extremely informative. I believe this budget is responsible and forward-thinking, and we're able to keep our AAA bond rating, which is very important to us in the county. As a committee, we cut over $1 million and over 24 hours of hearings, so a lot of work was put in. And although I'm on the budget committee, the whole board together, we were able to recommend cuts, and we all did it together. So this was definitely a team effort. Results is for an increase of $6.88 on the average homeowner to continue funding the services that Bergen County residents rely on. I'm glad to see we continue to support education, ensure that we're doing our part to fund Bergen Community College. Bergen Community College and Bergen County Tech Schools are now working together on the Applied Technology High School with a focus on STEM. Involving business leaders from Bergen County to find out what are the needed skills and to make sure our students are prepared for the jobs of tomorrow. I would also like to thank the administration, Joe Lupino and staff, county executive, Julian, Michael Bellucci, and from our end, Jared, Lara, Kim, and everyone that worked so hard on all these hearings, and for all my colleagues, because we all did this as a team effort. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Freeholder Sullivan.
Thank you. Freeholder Ortiz, you really spelled out what we did in this budget, with the cuts, the amount it's going to cost, 1.64%. And again, since I've been on this board, we've had a commitment to mental health, and we continue to fund mental health. Sorry. I won't do that again. Which is, everyone knows, it's a crisis in every single town in Bergen County and every single town in the state. We have the heroin, the opioids. All of this is, we are trying to address it. We are trying to fund it. We are trying to help people that want help. And that is something we haven't wavered from day one when I walked in on this freeholder board. And I'm very proud of that. I'm also proud of our shared services that we have in our budget, things that we do to help other municipalities in our county with their budget. So this isn't just a budget for us. With our shared services, we're helping other municipalities that want to take advantage of it. But getting back to what Mr. Powers has said and what I had said this afternoon, it's really a breath of fresh air to see the county executive lay out a plan beyond this year. Something that it's really, it's great because we know where we're going, we know what our needs are going to be in the future, and it gives us a leg up on preparing for the next budget already, which comes quicker than you'd like. So kudos to our county executive for having the foresight and also having thick enough skin to accept $1 million of cuts from his budget from this freeholder board. We did our due diligence, he did his due diligence, and I think we could put the rest, who's going to be the watchdog on the freeholder board with a 7-0 majority here. I think that if you sat in these budget meetings, you saw we were all watchdogs, and we were all there for the benefit of the residents of Bergen County, and that's something I am proud of. Also, obviously, I want to thank everyone that worked hard on the budget, Julian, Mike Bellucci, Lara, Jared, everybody who was involved in the administrative end to help us get through this. It was a different budget than last year.
conducted a different way, and it went well. There was no flaws. David, I want to thank you for, if you weren't in the room, you were on the phone, and your guidance was greatly appreciated. Thank you, Freeholder Gans, who is the, I guess, the veteran up here, and has been through quite a few budgets, and it really came shining through this year. So, other than that, that's about all I have to say, Phil. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Freeholder Ross?
Thank you, Chairman. I want to say what a wonderful job Joe Lupino and his staff did in guiding us through this budget. And it's really wonderful, the interaction. I've been involved in government for a long time, and the interaction between the County Executive's Office and the Freeholder Board has been absolutely wonderful. And there's so much transparency. And as has been mentioned, we do work as a team, and most of us have been at all the budget meetings. And God bless David Gans and going through all of the issues that he has to deal with, for being there in spirit, as if not in person, but you did a great job, and you know, I can't thank you enough for your guidance. I think David's been the budget chair for about 12 years, and he certainly has enough experience. As has been mentioned, we saved $1 million, which is no easy task when you're dealing with a very, conservative budget. And as I said, we really are looking out for the taxpayers as much as we possibly can, because we are taxpayers as well. And I am so happy as an educator to say that when I go around to speak to different groups, we have one of the most wonderful education services here in Bergen County. Bergen Community College is preparing young people for professions that are needed. And so they are being, prepared to take jobs as soon as they get out of school. But I have to also commend Dr. Howard Lerner, who is the superintendent. He has done unbelievable things, which also will save us money. We have a very large population of children with disabilities, and he has formulated a group that can go out into communities to teach the teachers how to deal with the kids with special needs, and therefore not have to send them to special schools. And also sharing curriculum. We have outstanding schools. We have the wonderful academy, and I think we've mentioned that one of the students there just won a $250,000 scholarship, which shows you, what we can do for the future of our children. And of course, we have the technical schools and the vocational schools, and we know where our priorities are, and our priorities are in the betterment of Bergen County, the betterment for the children of this county. And as I said, I know we're going to continue to work together in the future to do as much next year as we have done this year. Thank you.
Thank you, Freeholder Ross. Freeholder Marmoset?
Yes. I have been on a council, and so a township council, and so I know that evaluating the budget is one of the most important jobs of any legislative body. This year, however, my first county budget, with all of the crazy cuts and the crazy talk of cuts on the federal level, I often felt like we were trying to literally hang on to our seats against those crazy winds as we evaluated our county budget, because we would ultimately be the last people standing as stewards for the citizens of our county. I think we did a good job, a responsible job, keeping taxes low. The increase, $6.88 per household average, while looking out for our citizens, especially our more fragile populations, mental health, supporting our nonprofit partners and our mental health programs, our fight against homelessness. And again, Bergen County is the first community in the nation to end chronic homelessness, God bless. And our veterans, no one who has fought for this country should have to fight for a roof over their head. We are helping them, and that money we want to protect. Our opioid epidemic, which is shattering on a personal level to so many of us, we are providing for funds through our mental health programs. as a number of other people have said, we want to thank all of our partners in this budget enterprise. It certainly has been a bonding experience. Our county executive, Julian Niels, Joe Lupino, Mike Bellucci, we got to hear all about his upcoming wedding, the Freeholder Board, our aides, and our staff, including Kim. Thank you.
Acting County Administrator.
I just wanted to first definitely thank the Freeholder Board for the efforts in terms of going through this budget line by line and testing the department directors to be able to substantiate and justify those areas that they wanted to invest money in, and taking money away from those lines that could be best devoted other places and save dollars as far as the taxpayers is concerned. It actually makes us better as an administration. The department directors, I think, are sharper now that they've gone through this process and know how the freeholders approach how we spend and how we operate on a daily basis. I definitely want to thank Joe Lupino, Mike Bellucci for the countless hours of making sausage to put this thing together and then present us with something that actually looks somewhat edible. But again, thank you for your efforts with regard to this, because I think as you go through the budget process and really appreciate all of the things that the county offers and all of the services that we offer, it's a vast number of things, and the ability to dissect that and determine what's going to be invested in and prioritized is definitely shows the tremendous effort that the Freeholder Board Administration can do collaboratively. Thank you for that.
Thank you very much. Mr. Niels, thank you for all of your hard work during this process and being such a wonderful conduit for information for us as we went through this. As you've heard from my colleagues, we had 20 different meetings. We went through this line by line as we listened and heard the justifications for different expenditures, and really engaged in a dialogue where we charted the course for this county as we move forward. And we were an active, we provided a lot of active feedback, and I just want to thank all of you on this board for your diligence throughout this process. This was a lot of hard work, and we engaged in this process the same way that we did in prior years when we had a divided board, rigorously going through every single penny that has been spent, asking the tough questions. I'm sorry, by the way, for all of the department heads. Please apologize to them for us. The way that we definitely made them go through their tasks, because you know what? That is our, as you've all said, our most important job is making sure that we're working on behalf of the taxpayers of Bergen County. There were 41 different in-writing requests that were made after these hearings, almost all of which have been complied with on behalf of the administration. And we delivered a good budget, one where we cut $1 million that will now result in a tax rate of 57 cents per month for the average household in Bergen County. And as my colleagues, as you all said, we still echoed our priorities. We focused on education and on providing for mental health and addiction services and veterans and small businesses and consumer affairs. I was especially happy to see the movements that we're making on the Economic Development Division, as far as not only the GIS planning software, where we're going to be able to provide a shared services to municipalities and to prospective business owners that are considering an opening Bergen County. But because of that information will allow businesses to make informed decisions and really will be a valuable tool in attracting new businesses to our community. But I was also thrilled to see what we're doing in consumer affairs. We have a fully staffed division for the first time in a while, and we're working on, we have a tip line now, and we're working collaboratively across county lines with Passaic County, having a shared services agreement, which is not only revenue producing, but it's going to provide more efficient, more effective, and more comprehensive pursuit of fraud in both counties. So likewise, I don't want to sound redundant, thank yous to everybody, to Joe, to the administration, most of all to our aides sitting in the back, Jared, Storm, who I've driven crazy throughout this entire process, Kim, who I've spoken far too fast for, and I've broken my fingers at many times, so I apologize. But also Freeholder Gans, thank you for ably leading the ship as we have gone through these budget hearings. You did a competent and amazingly competent job as budget chair this year. And look forward to adopting this budget, but more importantly, to moving forward with pursuing good government going forward. Now, all that being said, there's nothing further coming before the board. Can I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Yeah, we did that as part of the consent agenda, but can I now have a vote though on the motion to adjourn? Yes, Freeholder Gans?
I will make a motion to reconsider for the purpose of allowing me the final word.
I'm sorry?
I'm making a motion to reconsider for the purpose of allowing me to have the final word.
So moved.
Second. All in favor? Aye.
No, we're not gonna vote on it, but I'm gonna speak to it,
Okay.
and then we can vote the motion down. I just wanna say that each of you participated in the budget with the same vigor that you participated in the commentary from each of you this evening. And I'm so very proud to be part of it, and I wish that I had been able to articulate what you each said collectively. You did good. That's all my motions.
Thank you. Now may I have a motion to
So
adjourn?
moved.
Can we have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. All opposed? We stand adjourned.